Aye, Paramount, we gotta talk. You out here flexing. You be out here flexing. Like, what are you doing? No way. Alright, people, we got a lot to talk about, so let's roll. So to recap, the Sonic movie sequel is set to drop on the 8th of April, and Paramount's already been putting out an influx of trailers revealing new footage from the movie, including a look at the Death Egg robot, more looks at Knuckles, and even a sneak peek of the Master Emerald Shrine where Sonic and Knuckles will face off against one another. And are those statues of Long Claw in the background? What is up with Long Claw's ties to this movie exactly? But that discussion is for later. And the way things were going, many of us were quite confident that they'd be announcing a third film for the Sonic Cinematic Universe. And well, today they did exactly that. They put out this Twitter post saying that the third Sonic film is in development right now. Those are the key words, right now. The second movie hasn't come out, and they're already working on the third film? What kind of power move is this? This is insane. Oh, wait. You think it's all? We got a double dosage of surprises today, because it's not just the third movie we're getting. Paramount and Sega have also announced that we're getting a new original series based entirely on Knuckles the Echidna, and it's coming to Paramount Plus next year. Just like in the Sonic movie sequel, Idris Elba will be voicing Knuckles in this brand new series. If I had to guess at what this series will be about, I'm assuming it's a tie-in between the first and second movies that talks about how Knuckles meets up with Eggman, so that we can see what sets the events of the second movie into motion. A prequel, in other words. At least, that's the only theory I can think of, but it's also the one that makes the most sense to me if you get where I'm going with this. But seriously, how often does this happen? I won't go so far as to say this never happens, but just how common is this? A movie hasn't come out yet, and they're already announcing a follow-up and a live-action series in conjunction with one another. What is going on here? What? What? I'm speechless, bro. I'm absolutely speechless at what is happening. And to top it all off, they've already revealed the logo for the third Sonic movie. Here it is. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Yo, they actually went there. They're reenacting Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but as a movie rather than a game. And truth be told, I thought that was already happening with the sequel, given how much of it's going to feature Knuckles already. But the way things are going, maybe I miscalculated, but yo, I am so hyped for this that you have no idea. It's just crazy to see that we got Sonic 3 and Knuckles as a game in 1994, and almost 30 years later, this happens. What is going on? I swear I got Chaos controlled to a different timeline because this is a little too surreal for your boy to take in. And looking at the color of the 3 in the logo, I'm betting we'll see a focus on one of 3 different characters in this next movie. Those 3 characters could be Knuckles, Metal Sonic, or Shadow. Heck, why not go with Disney and include all 3? But out of those 3, Knuckles is the least likely candidate here because he's already getting a series to himself and will undoubtedly be featured a ton in the sequel, so that's out of the question. That leaves either Metal Sonic or Shadow. Unless they're planning on dropping Metal Sonic in the sequel already. According to Jeff Fowler, he is saying that we haven't seen everything there is to see in the sequel yet. Although, with all the new footage they've been showing us already, I have to wonder what exactly they're hiding at this point. They've shown us so much that if there actually is more to see, my god, my body is not ready for this. I am not ready for this. Come on now, guys. Part of me is still holding out hope that Metal Sonic will pop up in the sequel somehow, for a multitude of reasons. Number 1, Metal Sonic canonically appears before Shadow does. 2, the ending of the first Sonic movie shows us that Robotnik is still holding on to Sonic's quill, which has a fragment of Sonic's power. And 3, this is a focus on a Sonic 2 movie, and with Death Egg Robot being a part of the equation, we may yet see the Death Egg Zone. And when you play the game version of Sonic 2, you see Silver Sonic up at the Death Egg Zone, which is a type of Metal Sonic, only he's all in silver rather than the traditional dark blue that he's known for. But when you think about it, we're already getting Tails, Knuckles, and the Master Emerald, and Angel Island all in the sequel. And Paramount apparently believes in showing no restraint. I mean, the second movie hasn't arrived, and we already have a third one and a live-action series on the way, which again is highly unusual. So at this point, Metal Sonic could show up, and I wouldn't flinch at all. But if they are planning on holding off on his inclusion, then they're likely saving him for the third movie. If that happens, I think it'll lower the possibility of Shadow showing up because both he and Metal Sonic made their debut in their own respective titles. In Metal Sonic's case, it was either Sonic 2 or Sonic CD, but I lean more towards Sonic CD because whenever people think of Metal Sonic, they think of him as he first showed up in CD, rather than Sonic 2, where he was known as Silver Sonic. As for Shadow, he first showed up in Sonic Adventure 2, and there are already a ton of references alluding to Adventure 2 in the sequel, and Adventure 1 for that matter. Looking back at the trailer, we already had references to Gun, the opening of Sonic Adventure 1 with the breaking of the water system underneath the city, and so on and so forth. These guys cannot throw all of these references in there and expect us to believe that Shadow isn't on their minds. There's just no way that's not the case. Best case scenario, they're working Metal Sonic into the events of the sequel, and they're saving Shadow for the third movie, which would be super hype. Worst case scenario, they're not thinking about Shadow yet, and they're saving Metal Sonic for the third movie. I swear to God, if it isn't the first option, I'm gonna flip. However, if there's anything that being a follower of the Super Smash Bros. Series has taught me, it's this. Never get your hopes up when it comes to Shadow. He's had 2 games to show up by now, Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate, and he's still nowhere to be found. Unless you count being in a 5th trophy, or in the case of Ultimate, a Spirit, as being in Smash. But my personal criteria for being a part of Smash is to be a playable character, not a side character or anything of the sort. So as far as I'm concerned, no, Shadow's not in Smash. Now of course, different companies are handling both Smash and the Sonic movies, so this could have nothing to do with anything at all. But part of why I bring this up is we did get a nod to Sonic Smash Ultimate pose in the first movie. As far as Sega goes, Shadow appears to be little more than an afterthought to them right now. He did show up in Sonic Forces, but only for a small part of the story mode, and then he had a DLC episode all to himself, which was very short and handled poorly in my opinion. It was a case of tell, don't show, as it mainly had text clips to communicate the events of the story, and then only 3 stages to choose from. It did have cutscenes, but only like 1 or 2, and they were very brief, no depth to them whatsoever. I guess Sega just wanted to stuff Shadow into Sonic Forces for the sake of him being there, rather than investing any effort into making him a meaningful character, like what they did with the adventure games and with Sonic Go 6. We're not going to talk about Shadow's game because it mainly consists of endings that contradict one another so badly that it might as well not exist at all. But let's consider something else. Before Sonic Mania happened, Knuckles was in sort of a similar state like Shadow, where he was demoted to the role of a side character that had little to no value whatsoever. And then Sonic Mania happened, and now he's coming up in the Sonic movie sequel and getting a live-action series to himself, and people are loving the character all over again like it's 1994. So seeing this, there's hope for Shadow yet. And also, something else to think about is the fact that we've seen so many adventure references in the sequel. What's a huge reason that Shadow became known in the first place? Right, Sonic Adventure 2. So, yeah, he's gonna show up. I'm definitely confident in that. Characters aside, we know one thing for sure that's happening. We're getting a third movie and a Knuckles series. And I cannot express to you how excited I am about this, and I have a feeling many of you feel likewise. So I want to know your thoughts on this right now. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about getting a Sonic Cinematic Trilogy and a Knuckles series. I want to hear what you think. And I'd also like to hear your theories on what you think we'll see in both the Knuckles series and the third movie. Just let me know. As the sequel itself is still on the way this April, and we're going to hear more about it this Saturday at the IGN Fan Fest, so I strongly suggest keeping an eye on that. Until then, I'll see y'all in my next video. Take care, and don't forget, blue blurs for life. My god, Paramount and Sega, you guys are gods. I love you so much! I'll see y'all later. Take care.